So guys, I hope everyone are able to see my screen. So let's discuss about JavaScript. I hope everyone are aware of JavaScript. So what is JavaScript? Why we use JavaScript? Where we use JavaScript? Is JavaScript is Java? So these kind of questions will arise in the mind in the start. So Guy, can you tell me that you all are aware of JavaScript? Have you studied JavaScript before? Have you used JavaScript? So JavaScript is very powerful. So let's go very carefully. This is slightly different from HTML and CSS, what we were studying before last 2 to 3 classes or 4 classes. JavaScript is very, very important. So let's have it very carefully. So what is JavaScript, guy? See, we all are learning web designing. So we study HTML, CSS. So what HTML, CSS does? It's a scripting language which gives the design of the website. Now, next was CSS. So what CSS does, guy? It makes the website beautiful. Next, JavaScript. So what JavaScript is going to do in the website? So JavaScript is going to make our web pages interactive. JavaScript is going to make our web pages very interactive. So no website you can think, because if website doesn't have any interaction, it doesn't respond with any of the events, it's not going to be of much use. It will become a static content website. So website must have interactions, must have response, and must have events. So let's see how we can use JavaScript where, okay. Where we are going to use the JavaScript, where we are going to write the JavaScript. Guys, we are going to use the same editor where what we use to write HTML or CSS. So next question is where we are going to execute JavaScript. So JavaScript we are going to execute on the browser. We don't require any external software to execute this. Our browser are capable of compiling any program what we write in JavaScript. Fine. So if JavaScript is a scripting language, programming language, or what? So as JavaScript is a scripting language, yes, it's a programming language. It has the programming capability. Till at what you study HTML. So HTML was markup language, CSS was a scripting language. And here, this JavaScript is a scripting language as well as you can say a programming language. Programming language which have capability, which have function, which have object. So if any programming language can create an object, that will be any language which can where if we can create object can be is a programming language. So let's see. So JavaScript, guy, we can embed in the HTML program, whatever till it we have wrote the program, any places we can embed JavaScript. So how to embed what we are going to see today. So here we can create functions, we can call functions, we can create event handlers. So functions you may be aware because JavaScript also it will be similar to, you can say Java, or it will be similar to C or C++. Okay. So we can create here functions and we can call the function. You all may be aware of the programming concept. Functions and variables, calling of a function. These are very common in all the programming languages. So what is JavaScript? Let's define now what is JavaScript. So guy, I hope everyone are getting my voice. Now I am coming to the main point. So from here onwards, let's clear. I hope everyone are able to see my screen. So I am going to continue further. Can anybody respond? Everyone are able to see my screen?
Yes, I can see.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So let understand. We'll go a bit slow. Any point of time, if you feel difficulty to understand me, you can point me, feel free. So JavaScript is a programming language. It's a scripting language, we say. It's a client-side scripting language, as well as it's a programming language and designed for web pages. It's a programming. See, there are many programming languages. You all may have studied C and C++. It's a programming language and meant for something. You are studying Java. Java is also programming language and meant for many things. Okay. Same way, JavaScript is programming language designed for web pages and for many more things. Okay. JavaScript is a NetEscape cross-platform. So you may have heard this NetEscapes. They first developed some browser. This company first developed some browser and they wrote JavaScript. And they discovered the JavaScript. Okay. And later this JavaScript came with all the browser. Many times you are downloading some software and the Windows alert that you cannot run this software because JavaScript is not enabled in the browser. So JavaScript is embedded in the browser, but it has the capability, it has the setting that you can enable or you can disable. Okay. So JavaScript is language client and server application. We can use JavaScript. JavaScript is not Java, but it is not Java. It's a programming language. It is designed for web pages. It can be used with any scripting language or web designing, but it's not Java. They are similar in some ways, but fundamentally different in other way. So why use JavaScript? This question will also still hit your brain. Why we should use JavaScript? So few things I said you guys that to make our web pages very interactive, we should use JavaScript. But still this will be not clear. What I am going to make you clear with the uses where we can use the JavaScript. So what you mean by interaction? See, you have a button, you click here and it's going to validate each and every field. So that you can handle using the JavaScript. You right click and it does something. You do left click, it do something. So these events, these are referred as events. On some click, something is happening in the website. This is referred as event. So these things we can handle using JavaScript. JavaScript 1.3 work with version okay. So JavaScript resembles Java but not have Java. Java static typing in a strong type. See, JavaScript is support most Java expression syntax and basic control flow constructs. JavaScript has a simple instance-based object. Instance-based object. So you may be aware of the concept of object. For the classes, you create object. So this object can be used at any places, can be called by many programmers. So a similar way, JavaScript is instance-based object model that still provide significant capability. So let's check its capability, what capability it have. Okay. So they say different type of JavaScript, leave it. Common JavaScript task can replace server-side scripting. Common JavaScript task can replace server-side scripting. See what server-side scripting? Whatever web pages we are going to define, we are going to develop that, it's going to be hosted on the server. Okay. When you search something, you browse any website, it's going to come from the server. Now there is an application form came. Okay. Some application form came. And here you have to provide different information and submit. So when you provide different information and submit, so it will go to the server and then server say name is must. See how much time consuming is there. Whereas using the JavaScript, we can put the validation here before submit button get click hit to the server. Our request goes to the server. It will alert without sending the request to the server. In the client place itself, it can send back us request that no, please provide the name, please provide the date of birth, please provide your mobile number. So common JavaScript task can replace server-side scripting. So I given you one example. There are many more examples we are going to see. Okay. So when you are clear that how the website works, then you can understand this. Whatever request we are getting, we are submitting on application in our web pages. It's going to hit the server and server is going to provide the output. Sometimes some information is required what you are not providing, and then also it's going to server, and server is going to respond that you require to provide this information. This is time consuming. So we can handle such thing using the JavaScript, which will get handled on the client side. Before the sending the request to the server, we can handle and alert the user that please provide this information. JavaScript enables shopping cart. You all are doing shopping cart, everything you want from the Zomato or Amazon or from the Flipkart. So how it do? What does JavaScript does here? Many work it's going to do. That's why JavaScript is so popular. JavaScript is highly demanded. Being a web designer, you will have demand in the market. But if you are going to be very good in JavaScript, you will be highly demanded. You can move to any of the latest programming languages which are coming based on the libraries of JavaScript. So JavaScript enables shopping carts, form validation, calculations, a special graphic, text effect, image swapping, image mapping, clock, and more. These all things we can get in the shopping cart using the JavaScript. Calculator, we can call any point of time, immediately calculate whether what you are providing it is right or no. A special graphic, text effect, image swapping, many more. It's a programming capability. See, most of the web pages is made up from the HTML, and already I told that HTML is not a programming language. It's not have the programming capability. It will give you only design. Question is, can we design a website without HTML? Answer is no. Anyone? Answer is no, you cannot design. But so HTML will give you the structure, a skeleton of your website, whereas CSS is going to design it. CSS is going to make it look good, and yes, this JavaScript is going to make it interactive. JavaScript is going to make it interactive. Suppose you made a skeleton and then it's looking good, but it will be a static, it will not respond. Having the JavaScript, you click something, something will come. So it make it interactive. So let's see, guys. JavaScript is going to be case sensitive. So what do you mean by case sensitive? Whatever syntax you are going to write, it's going to matter. Capital and a small is going to be considered different. Dot syntax is used to combine terms. Certain characters in term are reserved. Certain characters in term are reserved. Should be not used with the JavaScript. JavaScript is simple text, ASCII character. We include JavaScript using a script tag, and already we have used a script tag for CSS. Okay, so a script is a HTML tag. So using the script tag, we can include JavaScript by using, how we can use JavaScript? By using a script tag. Fine. By specifying a file of JavaScript code. So JavaScript can be embedded in HTML, or it can be called from a separate file. By specifying a JavaScript expression as value for HTML attribute. So by using event handler within certain other HTML tag. So these are the basic tags. So here 2 point is very important. How we can use JavaScript, where we can use JavaScript. So 1 point is using the script tag, we can embed inside the HTML program. Second thing is directly we can call from external. We can write in the external file and we can call. Fine. So let's see have the look of how JavaScript it will looks in the HTML. So here it is given a script and it's closed by a script tag. It have to be a start by a script tag and it have to be closed by a script tag. And in between, whatever we are going to write, In between, whatever we are going to write, that code will be considered a JavaScript code. And JavaScript code will get terminated by semicolon.
Sir, we cannot see your PPT.
See now it's happened or before? See, this question I asked at a start, that's why I keep repeating. Any point of time. So can you tell me now you are not able to see or from the start?
From the start.
From the beginning, sir.
So nobody told. I told.
PPT is stuck on first page.
Okay. So let's have again. I require to repeat. I require to repeat. Share the screen. We'll share this. Are you able to see now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So every time when I start the class, please confirm. So I was talking about JavaScript. So whatever I discussed, you understood. I'm talking about JavaScript. So JavaScript is a scripting language, and it is used to make the website beautiful. To make the website interactive. Okay. In JavaScript, we can embed JavaScript in HTML. Okay, using a script tag. It will have functions. It will have event handler. It's a programming language. It's a more effective language for the website. Okay. This is designed for the web pages. So company which developed the JavaScript is NetScape. Okay. So they were developing the browser, and for their browser, they developed the JavaScript, and later it got implemented for all the browsers. So we write the JavaScript in the Notepad++ or any of the editor, popular editor, and JavaScript is also getting compiled by the browser. Every browser, latest browser is capable of implementing, or compiling the code written in JavaScript. Okay, it's not a Java, it's similar to Java, it's a programming, it's have some similarity. You can say it is also a bit similar to C and C++. So it enhances web pages with dynamic and interactive feature. It runs on the client software. Simple instance-based object model that provide significant capability to our web pages. Common JavaScript task can replace server side. Are you able to see my screen, or it's getting disappear slide by slide? No.
Yes, sir. We can see.
Yes, sir.
You can see, correct? So the common JavaScript task is to replace server side scripting. So what we have to validate in the server, we can validate in the client. JavaScript is both client side and server side. So what we have to do in the server side, we can do using JavaScript client side. And why we do client side? Because it will save time. JavaScript enables shopping carts. So all the shopping carts, many things they are doing. You see some of the website you may be seeing, suddenly you see some changes is there. So those things are mostly getting done by JavaScript. You go and log in Hub, and without submitting your button, your all the information gone to the database or somewhere or in the mail. So who is doing this? This can be done only using by JavaScript. That's why JavaScript is very powerful and most highly demanded in market. Anyone having the good knowledge of JavaScript will easily get job in the market. They don't have to wait. JavaScript is the case sensitive. Here capital and small will be considered different. Dot will use to combine terms. Certain character in term are reserved, as you may have a study reserved keyword in the C or C++ or Java. Here also some keywords are reserved. Simple text. This can be embedded, this can be implemented in any of the HTML program using a script tags. By specifying a file also, we can call JavaScript from outside. We can keep JavaScript separately, we can call. And when we keep it in a separate file, what's happened, guys? We can call this, suppose some field validator can be called in multiple pages. So by using event handler within certain other HTML tags, so let's have a look. I was here. So I hope now everyone are able to see my screen. So how the syntax of the JavaScript? You just use the script tag and close by a script tag. In between, whatever you are going to write, that is a JavaScript. In between, whatever you are going to write, that is a JavaScript. Okay. So what you can write, that we'll see in the program. Right now, I cannot start writing. See here. So we inside we can comment also. So how we'll write the comment? So here a statement is going to come and the hiding here and a script have to be closed. We are going to see in the program. JavaScript programming uses a specialized terminology. So let's see some of the terminology. Understanding JavaScript term is fundamental to understanding the script. So as I am saying, it's a programming language, and programming language is not one day job. It have all the programming capability, but so we are going to cover the important thing in few program. Rest it is on you guys start doing some practice for this year. You can refer tutorial point, you can refer W3 school, you can refer Java point. Many websites is there where hundreds of programs are there, hundreds of text is there. If you want to master, you can use there. But here I will teach you I will show you with some of the program that how you can implement JavaScript, how you can use JavaScript, and why you can use JavaScript. So objects, properties, methods, event, function, value, variable, expression, operations. So I hope you are aware of these words. These all words are there in the C and C++. But here, slightly syntax is going to be slightly different, but understanding will be easy. So object what refer, window, document, image, your laptop, your book is a object. So object, table, forms, button, these all everything is object. Object should be named. All the object whatever you are going to use in the program, see all the students have name. Then only you can join in here in the class. So same way, whatever object you are going to write code for the object, that should be name, programming name. It's not outside name. We have to provide some programming name. Objects have properties that act as a modifier. Properties are object attributes. Object will have property, which is also referred as modifiers. And property are object attributes. Object property are defined by using the object's name, a period, object name, a dot size, a dot height, period, in property name. See, background color is expressed by background will be of some window. This window dot background dot green. So this way, window is a object, background is a attribute, green is a value. Okay. So method, you are aware of method. Everyone, let's have 2-minute interactions. So what do you mean by method? So what do you mean by method? So methods are action applied to a particular object. We apply some methods on particular objects. Okay. Document.write. So write is going to be a method. Document.print. So print is a method. A student.listen. So listen is going to be a method. Okay. A student.understand. So understand is going to be a method. So events. So what event will happen? So suddenly one student will ask one question. Sir, this is not visible. So some events happen. So what happened by this event? I got a stop. So guy, I will teach you. Maybe for 1 minute, disturbance will be there. We will be back. So guy, are you able to listen me? Are you able
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, fine,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
Just fluctuation of power gone. Fine, no issue. We'll continue. Fine. It's raining, so it's a nice time to study. So events. So these are events you can consider. Programming languages came to handle the human being problems day by day, and it mapped with the human activity. So events, suddenly one student left the class and run away. So that is also one event. So event associate an object with an action. So event associate an object with action. So I give an example of some of the actions. So user action trigger events. So famous Hello World program. Now you have to come out of the Hello World, but we will start from the Hello World. So this is a HTML program or JavaScript program, guy. Anybody can see. Everyone let have focus on this, not only listen. So I hope most of the students may be attending the class in desktop, then it will be clear visible. If mobile, I don't know, then it may be visibility may be less. So I hope everyone are able to see this screen, correct? So here I'm displaying one simple program, very simple program. So is it a HTML program or CSS program or JavaScript program? What we should name here? Guy, anyone? What we can say? Is it HTML program or JavaScript program? How we are going to say?
JavaScript program.
Pardon? JavaScript. So it's not a JavaScript program.
HTML program.
HTML program. We are going to save this .html, but JavaScript is used here. Okay. So main master is HTML. HTML provide home for many programming languages, or you can say father of all the web designing. Okay. HTML is father of all the web design. So HTML is very important. In between, we are embedding JavaScript. So in which part we are embedding here? In body part. So is this only place? No. You can keep at any place, even you can keep inside the header. Okay. JavaScript is not very specific. You can write anywhere. You can in between also HTML program, you can write in the same line. Just you have to start from the script and you have to close this by a script. Here I have given the detail. A script language is equal to JavaScript. It become too long. It's not compulsory. Always we should keep like this. But writing like this, it is very easily clear. Okay, this is JavaScript. Okay, so let us start. But in most of the professional program, a script, just we use a script and close it a script. So in between, we are writing one document.write hello world. So what is this document? Document is an object where we have written this program. This is a document. What document? HTML document. So this document.write. So write is what, guy? Method. Already we said write is method, and here whatever we are going to write here, it is going to be displayed. So you can understand that this is a similar to a print function in JavaScript. In JavaScript, we will be not using print. What we will be using? Document.write. Okay. So this is one of the simple example, and this we will save in .html, and we are going to execute in the browser in the same manner how we used to browse, how we used to execute HTML program, and you will see the output. So what will be the output for this program, guy? Hello world. The output of this program will be hello world. So let's go and see further. Now it is explaining most of the thing already we say. The SRC attribute of the script tag let you specify a file as JavaScript source rather than embedding the JavaScript. Okay. So next you have a look on this program. So this program is different from the last program. this program is not complete, only the heading part is there. So in head part, what it say that in place of embedding the JavaScript in HTML program, what we can do, we can keep this program in a separate file. So here one file is there, common.js. So what is the file name, guys? Common.js. So here we have wrote the JavaScript file. So how we can call in the HTML? That is the most important to understand. A script src. A script src is equal to common.js. So we have called this here using the script. A script src. Src stands for source, okay, or path. Common.js. If this program, if this file is with the same file in the same folder, we don't require to specify any path. Otherwise, we require to specify the path. We are free to store anywhere in the system. We are free to specify or store anywhere in the system. But having in the same folder, it gives privilege. We don't require to specify anything. Only name we have to specify. So this way we can keep the JavaScript separately in a file, so that in future, anytime we require changes, directly we can go and change in the JavaScript. So maintenance become easy, and we can call in multiple pages. So it become multi-utility, and it behave as an instance based object. So it become object. We call JavaScript just in the HTML. So you have to keep how we should embed. This we are going to show in the program also. Fine. Here's something like you may be well aware of condition, if, else statement, correct? So if and else statement are why we use to check the condition. If it continue raining, if internet goes, if power goes, class will get suspended, correct? So I hope everyone are getting my voice, and you all have the basic knowledge of if and else. I will be not stressing more here while teaching, but will be giving you one example. So you are also aware of for loop. So why we use for loop? For loop to continue to have a repetitive work. To do some repetitive work, we use loop. So loop means repetition. It provides limitation. We give some terminate condition. Let you study JavaScript for 3 days, and then you escape. If day is equal to more than 3, you escape it. Okay? You start from 0 and you finish it. So while a statement also, and slightly different. So just have 1 minute, guy. So it's not required. Do you think that I required why we use explain, why we use while loop? You must be aware. You all are CS student, IS student, or any other branch. I hope everyone are aware of for and while loop. So we just escape this. So next we are going to understand how to declare variable, and what operator are available in JavaScript, and how a expression that evaluate to a single value we can do here. Fine. So JavaScript has the following type of expression. Arithmetic evaluation will evaluate to a number, a string, or you can say that these are the data types supported by JavaScript. Logical evaluate to true or false. These are the type of data types JavaScript support. So a string, arithmetic again further division will be there, integer, decimal, or float. Okay. So data type conversion. JavaScript is loosely typed language. That means you do not have to specify the data type of a variable when you declare it. See, you all have a study C and C++. What's happened there? While when you declare any variable, that time itself you will specify that what type of this variable. But in JavaScript, simply you use a keyword where and give some name to the variable, and you assign the value. Next, what's happened internally, that is different thing. Something I can say about internally, as soon as this variable receive the value, it's going to consider its type. See, number is assigned, so it will be of integer type. Okay. And later you could assign the same variable. See, answer is a variable here. Where is a keyword to declare variable in JavaScript. Now here the name of the variable is answer and we provide 42. Okay. So the type of the variable answer became number type. Okay. Next you can reassign value. You can that's why the name variable, which can store different value, which can store any value. That's why it's variable. So answer in this thank you. So even a string you can do a store here. It doesn't matter. Only its type is going to be changed. Fine. So x is equal to the answer is plus 42. Is it going to be added, guys? Never. Its x value is going to be 42. Y is equal to 42 plus is the answer. So this way we can do. Next is function. So function, what is function, guy, here? Anyone? So it will have a break. Anyone interested to tell what is function? In any programming language, in JavaScript is also same. It is not different. So what do you mean by function, guy? This is also a good interview question. Everyone must understand practically what is function. So what is function, guy? Function is a set of a statement defined to do a particular kind of job. See here, you all have gathered for what? Learning. So we define one function to you attend a class and you understand today JavaScript. So functions are one of the fundamental building blocks in JavaScript or any programming language. It's a procedure, a set of a statement that perform a specific task. Function definition has these basic parts. So most thing is to understand to how we can write function in JavaScript. Function will have the function keyword. So any function in JavaScript is going to be start by function keyword, and it will have some name and comma separated list of arguments to the function. It can take parameter and the statement in the function in curly bracket braces. So see the example. See the example, it will have most clear. So I hope everyone are able to see my screen. Let's have 1 minute concentrate on this. So what you see, guy, first in the head section, a script language is equal to JavaScript, and we have wrote one function. So it started by a keyword function, and it has some name. So what is the name of the function? A square. And in the bracket, we have some value number. So what is this number, guy? It's a parameter. This number is a parameter. Return number into number. So JavaScript function will return value. JavaScript function will return value. So in the return, we are returning something. So what we are returning, guy? Number into number. So number is going to be passed from the program. Whenever we call this program, whenever we are going to call this function, we are going to call by with some value. So that value is going to be received by this function. And in return, this number is going to be multiplied by itself and going to be returned. So this is the definition. This we say definition of function. Function is defined like that, how it should be have. And we close this. So it will work automatically? No. Function won't work automatically unless and until it is called. So next we require to call this. So we are calling document.write the function return. The function return, and we call the function with some parameter, we pass 5. So what value it's going to return, guy? It's going to return 25. This 5 is going to come here and it's going to return 25. Fine. We'll see further in the program. So JavaScript, okay, will not go. Event handler. So JavaScript we use for event handler. Here are few event handlers function: on abort, on click, on change, on focus, on load. So these are common events. These are common. Here are few event handler function. So on abort, see on click. So on click, mouse click you do, you click somewhere. So on click, if any event is written, JavaScript is going to be called. On change, if something we change, some value in the text we change, something may get called. If we write event, then on focus, if you click focus, color get changed. On load, when page change, some animation comes. So these kind of events are there in which we can handle using JavaScript. So an example of event handler, let's have one example. So function is compute. Function will be same as the previous one. Some function we are going to write the function compute. If confirm, are you sure? Result something. You consider this something. Don't worry. How this function is going to be called will be the main motto of this program. Okay. So let come in the body part, enter an expression. So input type text. So this is a HTML program. This is a HTML part. So text, name, expression, size 15, input type button, value calculate. On click, after this we wrote on click. See, two input is there. Two input buttons, input text are there. In afterwards, what we are going to write, on click, compute this dot form. Compute this dot form. So what is this compute by? Compute is a function which is written here, function compute in the JavaScript. So that function is going to be called. So this is taking some parameter. So in the parameter, what we given that this dot form. So in this dot form, what value have? Sometimes this understanding will be a bit difficult. I understand. We'll show you this with example, which writing the program. See, this form is taking two value. This form is taking two value. This two value is going to come in this function and going to be calculated and going to be returned. Fine. You understand this much only, guy. Let's see. Functions are named as statements that perform task. Curly, this is just brief. Already we have covered. Curly braces contain the statement of the function. JavaScript has built-in function and you can write your own. JavaScript is rich in the library. It have a lot of own inbuilt functions. So any programming language become more successful if it have more and more inbuilt function. Okay. Value are bit of information, value type. Okay, leave it. So variable, how we can declare variable in JavaScript? Variable are created by declaration using a command without an initial value. Example. Expression. We'll see in the program. So operators, you are aware of operator. What are the operator, guy? Arithmetic operators, comparison operators, logical operators, control operators, assignment. And I hope everyone at least know 30-40% of usage of these operators. Yes, I am right, guy. I hope everyone know these operators. Still we are going to see few operators in the programs. Because JavaScript is not of 1 or 2 day job. It will take 10-15 days to cover if I go in detail. So we have to just give you a glimpse and show you by some of the program. So JavaScript can receive in a separate page. Already we told JavaScript can be embedded in HTML. JavaScript object attribute can be placed in HTML tags. Fine. Using separate JavaScript, already I shown you. Fine. Embedding JavaScript, also one example. Using common tag, this looks like repetition kind of things. Fine. Creating an alert message. So you may be seeing in most of the website, if you interact, some alert will come, or you do something, some alert will come. Okay, it will prompt you for something. Provide this input, we will come back to you, will be called, we will receive a call, you will get the reply, you will get the help. So those things are mostly done by alert message, or they go step by the step. Do you think somebody should call you? Say yes, then provide your number, then you say yes, please provide email also, you want mail. So such way interaction we can generate using the JavaScript. So this is the basic of the JavaScript guy. Now we are going to start this in the program. So where we can write the JavaScript, let's write one simple, very simple program. So I am starting to execute one new program. Here I have to say that you are able to see a screen or no. When I'm changing, or let us stop this sharing and restart, that will be better. So next I am going to start the program execution.